seems to be interested in why I'm getting divorced. So for pickup line tea time today, that's what I'm going to talk about. Now, clearly there is a lot of backstory, and this is just going to be like the very long story short, like the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. So Aaron and I have always kind of struggled financially, and we have always barely made it. Let's just put it at that. We've always got it done, but barely. And so then we moved into our most recent house, and he had left a job to try to do a different job. That job wasn't paying him well, and so he ended up falling behind, and we were behind, and he went back to his old job and couldn't catch up, and the mortgage company only wanted the payment in full, and they were not working with him. They were not letting him do a payment plan, so on and so forth. So we eventually foreclosed on the house. And so the weekend that we were moving out of the house that we foreclosed on, he was telling me that he wants to get me pregnant, and I said, absolutely not. This is not the time. We're about to move into my parents' house, and I do not want to be pregnant right now. I don't want to have a baby. Well, lo and behold, that weekend, he got me pregnant. And I just will never believe that it was an accident. He said it was an accident, but I specifically said, no, I do not want to be pregnant. So don't you think you would be more careful or whatever? He knew I was not on birth control. We were both aware of what we were doing, clearly. But I just think that we've never had an accident aside from Ella, which, again, we knew what we were doing, but didn't really want to be pregnant at the time. But in the past 7 years since that happened, we have never gotten pregnant unintentionally. And so I just think it's a weird coincidence that it happened right when we were foreclosing on our house, which makes me feel like it was not an accident and he wanted a reason for me to stick around. Well, joke's on him. I did not stick around because it made me very upset and no longer able to trust him, because I think he did it on purpose. So that's the very long story short. I'm gonna get hate for that in the comments because people are like, it takes two to tango. I'm aware. I'm very aware. I have 4 kids, so I know what goes down. However, I think that I just will never believe that it was an accident. So I cannot trust him, and that's why I'm getting divorced. But that's the very long story short. If you want to hear more of the lore, just follow me, because I'm sure I'm going to talk about it at some point. But everyone was curious, so.
All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. What I hear is a lot of blah, 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 blah. Let me say that. If that's your husband and he left a job, he shouldn't have probably left a job to go take a lower paying job or whatever. That's what I hear. But most people get divorced because of finance. Infidelity is number 2, but it's the finance number 1, because finance gonna bring stress. Finance gonna bring you to looking elsewhere. Finance create a whole slew of problems, from stress to arguments to fighting to just everything. So what I hear is he left a job. Then he tried to go back to his other job to try to get caught up, but he couldn't get caught up. So y'all end up foreclosing. But if you were his wife, what did you do to try to help him? Did you do anything? Did you try to create more TikToks? Did you try to go get a job? Was you his helpmeet? I understand she might be a stay-at-home mom. I don't know her backstory. I didn't get into it. I didn't go down her profile like that when this video was sent to me. But what I'm saying is that if y'all in financial trouble, you'll help me. You got to jump in there and help, and vice versa. If you all get in financial trouble and you the breadwinner, he got to jump in there and help. It is what it is, man. It shouldn't fall on one person. And I see that a lot. And then she said that the house got foreclosed on. And then she ended up getting pregnant, moving back in with their mom. And she said he lied to her, got her pregnant, took 2 to tango. You know what's going on with that. You know what I mean? You want to get pregnant, go get her. I'm just saying, go handle your business from that standpoint. And then she ended up divorced. There's a lot going on right here. Foreclosed, pregnant, divorce. That mess was doomed from the beginning. And then she said they always struggle financially. I understand young couples struggling. I do. I was a young couple. I struggled for a little while, but I got tired of that shit, bro. I got tired of struggling. And if you still in your mid to late years in life, I should say, if you still struggling in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and et cetera, now I understand why some seniors are struggling right now because they're on a fixed income and the economy, inflation is way crazy. So I understand that. But if you're able-bodied and you still struggling in your 40s, 50s, man, that's on you. Let me say that. That's on you. You got to go out here and get it. You got to go out here and hustle. You got to cut back. There's no way I'm finna live in this house here paying $2,000-$3,000 a month if I can't afford it. There's no one finna go drive this brand new truck or a truck, period, if I can't afford it. I'm finna sell that mess. I'm finna go way back here to get me a 10-year-old vehicle. I'm gonna do whatever I got to do to live under my finances, under my means, man, because I hate it when I struggle. I hate it. It was embarrassing. You had to ask people and I was never a big ass. I think I had to ask maybe about once or twice, bro. And that was it. And I was like, I ain't never doing that shit no more, bro. We'll sell this, we'll sell that. I'll sell this and this camera. I'll sell whatever we got to do to protect my family, take care of my family. But a lot of people is not willing to sacrifice that. And when the finances get low, the arguments start. And she said they got 4 kids. Well, she got 4 kids. I don't know if they're all by my man here. But, bro, you have to step in and help one another, man, because if the ship go down, both of y'all going to sink. Like I always tell my wife, if something good happened to me, she got to be the first person to know. If something bad happened to me, she the first person to know. Because what affect me going to affect her. You know, she the closest person to me. And vice versa with her. And so if something bad happened, my wife is a fixer. She finna jump in here and try to fix this shit. Whatever it is, she finna try to fix it. Hey, babe, we got to move here. We got to move. We having a board meeting. We strategizing like a corporation around here. You know what I mean? And we don't mind selling this and selling that. You know what I mean? But in this particular case, it seemed like a girl was like, well, what you going to do? And then when my man got way behind, she already had a plan. Well, I'm going to go back to Mom Duke's house and they know that you can't take care of me. So they're going to let me and the kids come stay here, but you ain't going to be able to stay here. And then my man probably tried to hold on to his wife. He probably did. You know what I mean? No, most men do, especially when that's all you got. And she been in the trenches with you and you feel like you let her down. You trying to hold on to her. Unfortunately, getting her pregnant was a dumb move when you can't afford to take care of the family that you had. But it is what it is from some people, man, some aspects. So, but a girl gotta help that man. So I hope she learned and hope he learned. Always live below your means. With that said, I'm Maybe Yashua. Until next time, shalom.